here, kids. Mark Miller. Rory, are you on the line with me?
I am on the line. I'm here.
We made it.
I'm back.
Excellent. We are doing a live, kind of dual live stream today with our good friend Brendan Enrick. Brendan has helped us out a couple times in the past. He's helped us set up some SignalR, and we're going to have him back today to help us again with the SignalR again. This is an area where I had a pretty strong feeling that I was going to mess it up. And one of the things I like to do from the standpoint of efficiency of work is to optimize my time. And so if I anticipate that I'm going to get stuck or slowed down, I try to get the smartest people I can nearby me to help me out, create my safety rails there. So that's Brendan. He's going to be here with us today. He's introducing his stream right now. He's going to come over and join us in a bit. Meanwhile, Rory, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I've had a nice day. It's all been going well so far, and I hope that we're going to continue that trend through the stream. Last stream was really good. I was way impressed with the achievements we had there, and indeed of what you were suggesting we were going to go forward with as things progress.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's not bad. It's like every once in a while we have a day that's like not disastrous, and it gives me hope to keep going.
I like this. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the screen up here behind me here. I've got my source tree for a check-in that I want to do. Roy Becker, yeah, go ahead. Come on in to the collaborative session here, buddy. All right, so let's look at this right here. I just made a few changes since yesterday. What I want to do, what we need to do is we need to be able to collect coins individually as a drone. And when you collect those coins need to be deposited into your bank account, whoever you are flying the drone. So we need to essentially maintain these collections of coins for individual players. And the best place to do that structurally is in a different place than we've been working. It's not in the overlay, it's in the console app. I'll show you that. I'll show you the structure here in a second while we wait for Brendan to come in. Before I do that, I'm going to just show you some changes I made over here to main. And we'll just bring this over so we can see a little bit more of this right here. I basically added a function, collect coins in rect, right there, which is based on code we already had, just a little refactoring there. But then I added a function called collect coins. And the first line calls collect coins in rect, right here, this line calls collect coins in rect with my rocket. And then the next block of code right here runs through all of the drones and that we have, and for each one of those, we call collect coins in rect as well, and see if we found anything. And if we do, I've got a to-do here that says tell the console app this player collected some coins. I have not tested this code yet. I suppose I should technically test it before we, what do you think, testing? Okay, why not?
Testing's cool.
Let's do this.
Hey, Mark. I'm here, by the way.
Hey, Brendan, welcome back. I'm just
hey, Brendan.
Orienting everyone here. I'm going to actually test some code I just changed to see if we are actually collecting coins with our drones. And if we are, I've seen this. This is this weird problem I get. But if I try a second time, it works. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know what's going on. It's like I feel like I'm on really bleeding edge between software and hardware. And the reason I feel that is because things don't work first time, and the second time I try them, they work. So I made some changes to the code, Brendan, and I haven't tested it yet. I'm just about to test it right now. So let me test it by bringing out a drone, and it looks like, oh wait, it's not finished loading yet, so we're waiting for it to load. First time, it takes a while to load. There, it just finished. Let's try again. Bringing out a drone. So I'm typing in bang drone into my chat room. There's my drone. Now, if this works, it looks like it is. It looks like it might be collecting coins here. So let me go up a bit. Yeah, there we go. I am collecting coins. And if I unmute this, we should be able to hear that as well. Unmute the tab. So I'm going to say up, and then I'm going to say, whoops, I'm in the wrong place. Let's go over here. Whoops. That was bizarre and odd. What just happened? Did I totally... I looked away, didn't see what happened. Looked like I hit some sort of shortcut key. All right, let's try again. Start again. I hate when I look away and something changes, and I'm like, wait, what was that?
Yep, the really weird part is is how every time you start up this application, how it loads on Rory and my machine also.
I was just wondering about that. So I've got a copy of Studio that's hooked through the live share, looking at presumably your copy, Mark. And every time you invoke the start, it builds on mine as well. And I've got another copy, as Brendan says, launching. But of course, it can't hear any of the commands from the chat room. So I just get the CodeRushed rocket and the coins going around the edge, which is really weird because I don't have that project on this machine other than through live share.
Yeah, and so it's really, really neat.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant, neat, weird, all at the same time. I'm not sure why that died, though. That part was odd and weird. So let's not restore pages. We're good here. So I restarted. I got an error that I've had before. And when I get that error, that means I've got to kill Chrome and try again. So that's what I've done. So it looks like, yes, we are collecting coins here. Let me bring out my drone. Oops, not done loaded yet. I got to wait for it to finish loading. So I'm just looking, there it is, it just finished loading there. And so now I can come in and bring up the drone and move up by about 0.4. And then, there we go. And then move right like this. And so now I'm collecting all these coins. It's not perfect in terms of the hit test detection, but the code change works. Now, what we want to do is we want to make it so that my player, my drone, keeps those coins and they're stored and kept forever so that across the course of multiple episodes, your coin bank increases. I'm not sure what we're going to do with these coins, what we're going to be able to trade them for at some point in time, but that's kind of where we want to go, at least for now. All right? So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Okay, so structurally, let's look at this structurally. So the code changes worked. That's a relief. Let me check those in. So we've got all that in there. So I'm going to check those in. We're going to say drones can now collect coins, but no persistence, like that. And so what we're going to do is hopefully figure out how to persist this. So let's get that up there. And let's add a tag to this. We are on episode 63. Look at that. We got numbers like we're pros almost, Brendan. Are you proud of us? Have I lost?
It's good. Did I tell you that I'm up to episode 151 of my stream now.
That's so awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? That means each one of those is an actual episode you did. That's what happens when you count, right? And you get these numbers. This right here, by the way, here, let me pop this out here. This is the code I just checked in right here, episode 63, begin. I popped that out into my chat room. Brendan, I'm not watching your chat room. Should I do that as well? Would that be a pro tip, do you think? Or do you want...
Yeah, I would recommend it.
All right, let me do that.
Probably makes it a little bit easier. I'm adjusting something on my end right now. It's on mine that your audio's not coming in well for my guys. But that is totally on me, and I am going to fix it.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad it's not my fault. It's almost always my fault. I don't know if you've noticed that about my life.
Well, Mark, we like to blame you because it's easy and you'll react well when we do. So
no, that's not true at all.
See,
okay,
that's you reacting well.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see here. Take a look at this right here. I'm over here on your stream. How do I get just your chat up so that I can see it nice and easy?
Just type in /chat on the end of the URL and you'll get to the chat page.
Wow.
I know. I'm good at that.
Cool. No, that's awesome. Perfect. Okay. So I've got that up right there. Excellent. I'm going to remember to keep that from not closing down. So now I've got my chat room up. I've got your chat room up. Let me do this. I didn't know. That means I can do it from mine and get a full screen chat room.
Oh. It's really useful to be able to do that.
Awesome.
That's actually what I send people when they're guests on my stream. I just send them a link to that, and it's like, there you go. Now, yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Yep. So I just put the link out in your chat room as well. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty rocking about that. Okay. So that's the code right there that we just checked in. the latest changes. It has everything but some of the assets, because the assets for this game are assets that I've licensed, and so I can't put those out on GitHub. All right, structurally, let's review just so we can see what we have, what we need to do. Hold on a second. All right. Part of what we've got is a console app, which I've got running right here. And so this console app comes in, it does a couple of things. It connects to the chat room, and it connects also to my OBS. Here's my OBS right here. This is the software I use to stream live. And so it allows us to type things in the chat room. This is only going to work in the CodeRushed chat room. But if I type in bang Mark,
Mark,
and when I say bang, I mean the exclamation mark. If I type that in as a command, it's going to switch the scene on me right there and say something. So I think there's, maybe do I have also a sorry? I don't know if I have that or not. Nope, I do not. It says I'm not high enough level, apparently. I think we got
awesome.
There we go. So I've got these things out there, and these things are, you can learn more about those kinds of things that you can say in the chat room and control. If we go up just to the Mr. Announcer Bot project and look at the README, and here it talks about the different levels that you can be at.
Dance Battle!
There you go. That's one of our watchers in the chat room just brought up Dance Battle. So these are things that you can say, which kind of is, adds some spice and flavor as we're working and writing the code, depending on the level that you're at. So that's the console app. The console app is right here in Mr. Announcer Bot. This is the thing, because it's linked. It's got the viewers. It's keeping all kinds of stats on viewers already, like how many episodes they're watching, how many chat messages they've sent out, that sort of thing. We're basically trying to measure engagement, right? And so all those viewers are there. We would now want to also let those viewers be able to track their coins. So that's Mr. Announcer Bot. Over here we've got the overlay manager. And the overlay manager draws on top of the screen that we're on. So if we, for example, on the screen that we're on right now, let's see, do I have the overlay? The overlay bot is on. I haven't seen it load up though yet. And I just heard a drop, but I'm hearing that from something else. I'm not seeing the overlay load up. Why would the overlay not load up?
Do you have the overlay in a web browser maybe?
Yeah.
That's probably the one that is running, but we usually stream it onto the OBS video as well.
Yeah, this should be coming as well into what it's. So what's interesting is this is not loading. Why is that not loading? Let's do an inspect on this. That's all good. So no errors that I'm seeing in here. Let's come over here at the risk of scaring you.
So out of curiosity here, Mark, I have a question about how that works. When you pick up those coins in the TypeScript, JavaScript, whatever we want to call, what's actually running there.
Right, the overlay.
Are you already doing your SignalR like push up to the server to tell it you collected a coin?
No.
Or do we need to do that part still?
We need to do that part, and the reason I haven't done that yet is because I want to do it to a different part. The thing is this: is that right now our SignalR is going, is it loading? Yeah, it looks like it loaded. Okay, so now it loaded around the live stream. And so now I'm going to mute the other site, and now we should be able to give a command out that says, for example, seed to drop a seed. Wait, it's not loaded yet. It's still loading. I'm sorry.
No.
It's loading. It'll work in a second. It's just loading. It takes longer the very first time to load up. And then after that, the caching and everything. It's interesting. I had to refresh the cache on this to get it to load. It's still watching, waiting for it to load. All right, so while that's loading, I'll just structurally finish the overview. Brendan, you helped us set up a SignalR with the overlay manager, which is the piece that draws everything on the live stream. That overlay manager also includes some code that has some TypeScript code, and in the TypeScript code, we had our receiver inside. We put it inside this main right over here. As I recall, if I search for hub in here, here's where we connect to SignalR. This is our function right here, connect to SignalR, and we hook up to the CodeRushed hub, which is inside, again, like I say, it's inside of the overlay manager. The third project in here, the bot core, are just pieces that are both of these higher level projects rely upon. What I want to do is I want to introduce SignalR into here, this piece right here, the console app.
Yeah, you want Mr. Announcer Bot to be able to be notified when someone does that.
Right.
So the challenge is that we can't host a SignalR server from inside that console application unless we actually set up a web server running it, which is basically what your other one already is. So what I was actually going to recommend is we go a slightly different route.
Okay.
So from the JavaScript, we can call to the overlay manager, and if the bot, the console application, is also connected into the overlay manager, then like as a second client through a different hub, it can then watch for that information.
Okay.
And so essentially then when you pick up a coin, you send a message to the web server and say, hey, you know, Mark picked up a coin, and then the web server tells the console application, hey, by the way, we you know, Mark just picked up a coin.
I like it. It's
okay. So just let me see if I check and understand this. Our existing web server, the overlay manager, the server-side component, is going to be our SignalR hub. In fact, it already is to some extent.
We're going to
and then we're going to have our client side. JavaScript, TypeScript is going to sort of reach into that as a client, and then we're going to have another client, which is our console application.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yep. We'll have
Fantastic.
two clients talking to it, and I'm going to recommend that they talk to separate hubs so we don't have to get it into the complexity of actually tracking our clients. So normally the thing that makes the, you know, like adds the bit of complexity when you're dealing with SignalR or something like that is that you need to make it so that you send the correct notifications to the correct connected clients. So that would be like if I were making a mobile app, we don't want to alert Mark when Brendan or Rory get a text message. That would be really bad. But in this case, there's only one client connected to the overlay, you know, or, you know, we could send that message to all of them, and only one client connected to whatever listens for coins being picked up. So we could call one, say, so there's the CodeRushed hub that we have right now. We could maybe call the other one the Mr. Announcer Bot hub.
Okay, but we're putting it
Something
here.
like that.
But we're putting it here. Is what's happening, right? We're putting it essentially in the same location.
Yep, pretty much. Exactly. Right side by side.
Okay, like that. And let me go get some of this code from up here. Let me just grab that.
Yep. And instead of being an I overlay commands one, we want this to be something related to like. So what's Mr. Announcer Bot listening to? So
Mr. Announcer Bot basically is looking for a coin collected, I think. That's the method I'm going to write here is going to be something to the effect of collect coins like this, something along the lines, and it's going to take a user ID, and it's going to take some sort of amount is what it's going to take, like this amount, like that.
Okay.
And,
yep,
and maybe it's not
great.
it's going to be add coins is maybe what this is going to be, add coins. So that's what'll happen.
Yep. And so then essentially anything, this overlay can call the other one. So then inside the CodeRushed hub, we want to add a method as well. So
that's
up
like
here,
add
actually,
coins.
I can put, yeah. So we want to basically do the same thing where there's a public void, and it could be add coins. It also could be picked up coins.
Okay.
Yeah, there. I'll let you type.
I'm just going to, yeah, I got it in the clipboard. I'm just going to do that is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And then from here, then we need to come out to the Mr. Announcer Bot. Wait, what is happening? Somebody's doing shift
I
enter.
haven't touched anything.
Sad. All right, Rory, do this. Here's what I want you to touch. Hold on. Can I undo it? I can undo it. That's weird. Were you touching anything over there on your side, Brendan?
No, not on my end. I'm actually in another window.
That is crazy. Yeah, it was something.
I saw Brenda's name next to it at one point, so I'm not entirely sure about that.
Well, I mean, I was writing the original one. It could be my cursor was still there and did something, but I was in another browser.
We have had some interesting issues with doing live share between Brendan and I in the past. So it's like we're like, wait, what? Are you touching anything? I'm not touching anything. Roy, do me a favor. Mark the times. Just send me an email after the show. It says live share with this time.
Sure.
You do know there's a command you can do in Twitch that'll leave a marker there.
I do know that, but I'm gonna go. I've got a button to do it. Hold on, but now I got to go find the button. And I thought it was it was easier if I used the command to Rory to do it. And then, and then
I have a Stream Deck that has a marker button that I just click the marker button if I need to remember where something was in my video.
Yeah, I'm not that good. I mean, I'm not good to have the button, but it's like it's slower. It's somewhere away. Here we go live. Hold on, Mark. Here we go. Mark CodeRushed issue just did it. Okay, I've done it, but we still got to get the team to look at it. We got to get the team to go look at it. So it needs an email. All right. So what next on this? How do we call add coins? Do you want to do that next, or do you want to do something else?
Sure. Let's do that. I'm not sure how the performance is going to be if we call that literally on every coin, but I think you could certainly figure out how to batch those up if it goes crazy if we do it with every coin pickup. But right. I don't know how many coins you're going to put on the screen.
I have two answers to that. One is my machine can handle as much performance challenge as you seem to want to throw at it. I haven't yet had a performance issue on it, so I'm happy about that. Number two is we can fix that totally in the TypeScript. So it's already been a consideration that I kind of had some anxiety about, and ultimately I've eased the anxiety by realizing we can totally collect. We can just store them locally, and then at the end of the game send everything over as an option. But for right now, we're gonna every time we collect coins, we're gonna we'll send something over. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, Ben, it says can't move the drone.
Yeah, I think you may be right. I can't move mine either.
Oh, okay. Well, that means let's refresh it. Get it out of there. I shut it down. That's probably why you can't move it. So,
that'll do it.
So I shut it down so I could start making some changes over here. So we're without Mr. Announcer Bot, I think. Although I am noticing a second one running up here, which might actually be working. So we'll see.
Awesome!
Looks like Mr. Announcer Bot is in there. It looks like Will and I both went for the same test at the same time. Okay, so how do we we need to instantiate the Mr. Announcer Bot hub. So I figure what I should do is I should go to my CodeRushed hub and take a look at where that's being built and instantiated and kind of follow those leads. Would we agree with that or no?
Sorry, I missed what you said.
No worries. I'm saying that for me to instantiate and initialize my Mr. Announcer Bot hub, should I just follow this around? Look at every reference to this and modify.
Yeah, so go take a look at where the CodeRushed hub was. It should be inside of the startup in the website. So if you I can do that. Before
I do that, I want you to look at this right here. Overlay commands. I overlay commands. You were telling me I wanted to change that, I think, right?
Yeah, we want that to be something else, but for now, let's actually just skip that.
Okay.
Hang on. Where did I lost your? Oh, are you? You're clicking around on pages. Okay, that's why. It's getting weird. All right.
It's telling me I'm renaming a file.
So we just want to duplicate this, and this will be Mr. Wait, what the? Whoa. All right, I'll let you type it. So put in Mr. Announcer Bot hub there as well on line 60 in the startup CS.
I'm not sure what I wanted to put it in quotes. I don't want this, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think our systems overlapped there.
Okay. So
make that like Mr. Announcer Bot, and that'll be where the bot connects, and then.
Okay. And we're going to do something here. Do you want to play with these? This is on our index model.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing?
We want to do this right here, actually. Change that to be the type, which I will do now.
I can't see where your cursor is. Are you in Startup?
I was over in Startup. Okay. I fixed it in Startup. So now I'm in the index CSHTML with you.
And I just moving away for a second, grabbing this, putting it on the clipboard, coming back. Okay, so we need to duplicate this right here is what I think we need to do.
Do we?
Or no? I thought we were going to need to do that.
If you've got 2 hubs, do you not need 2 contexts?
Okay, so we well, if we were doing this anyway, we'd need to be in the constructor together. So.
All right, so I'm going to do this. We're not going to do this. Maybe I'm going to comment this out.
Yeah, skip that for now. Yeah.
Okay, done.
Because I'm not sure what that one's doing.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why we have one on this page. Are you guys using it on the front end of this? Let me take a look. Where was that? That was in Pages. Pages index CSHTML.
Yeah, that's where
this one.
That's where we're starting from. Yep.
Are you using the hub at all in here? Looks like no.
We did this call right here. Connect to SignalR.
Connect to SignalR. Yeah, but that's in your JavaScript.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's just calling JavaScript, so I'm not worried about that one. Okay, so we have this. So this is all here, and this part should work. We don't need to worry about the web page any more than just having this. What we do need to do is one thing that's a little bit weird. So let's go to our CodeRushed hub, because I think our CodeRushed hub needs the Mr. Announcer Bot hub. So we're going to wire these together a little bit tighter instead of separating. Instead of having them really separate, we're going to put them together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What doesn't make sense is I'm not seeing any lines of code in CodeRushed hub. Is what I'm trying. I'm not seeing anything inside of that. Why do I have no code?
Right here.
Oh, what happened? What is this? Did you create this right here? CodeRushedHub.cs?
No.
I bet you did not. Yeah, I saw a message, an error message that was coming up.
I'll let you open it, and I'll follow you around.
Hold on 1 second. I want to go to source tree for a second. I want to see CodeRushed hub. Hold on.
I see a CodeRushed hub inside a hubs folder, which has a whole bunch of code and has what I thought was Brendan's cursor.
Yeah.
Around there.
So here's what I think happened. I saw some error messages that came in. Hold on a second. We're going to
live sharing. Huh?
I'm going to discard this. Basically, not an error message. I saw a message come up saying you're renaming the file, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, who's renaming the file? And
right.
What I think happened is this used to be called CodeRushed Hub, and then somebody, because of the other class we added, it got renamed to Mr. Announcer Bot Hub, which we don't need. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say discard this, which should get us back all of the CodeRushed hub again. Come on, why did I not see those there? I said yes, discard. Okay, now let's look at it. Good. Okay, those changes are back. Oh shit, but we lost the other ones. That's all right, they're over here. No, they're not over here. Ugh, fine.
Yeah, so the thing I've run into in the past with LiveShare, the biggest problem I end up having is when new files get created and you're in those things, it gets weird. So luckily, my Visual Studio just crashed, so I'm going to go click that link again and come back in.
All right, so we're going to come in here. We're going to go add coins. Yeah, we had problems with this before. And we need to, so definitely also mark this time right now. Rory,
yep.
I want the devs to look at this because I want this to work really, really well with LiveShare. I want to find out what's the issue here. All right, so we're going to pass in user ID, and we're going to pass in account, like that.
Joining in VS Code this time, hoping that's less problematic.
Okay, let me hit OK there. You are happy to come in. All right, so we got the add coins, and we needed to put add coins up here. That's what we needed to do. And we needed to do here that basically says call on Mr. Announcer Bot Hub, like that. Right? And so we've done those two pieces. What else? CodeRushed Hub is here. Mr. Announcer Bot Hub, we don't want that anymore. We're going to delete that. Boom. Okay. So now I think I said delete it. Okay, there, just deleted it. Let me try one more. As long as I just hit OK on something. Something came up, and I just hit OK on it, and something changed in my code, but I didn't see what it was. So I just hit undo on it. Okay, let's do one more thing. I want to take this, move this to its own class. Move type to file. So now we're going to have it, and it's going to be in its own file, and I think I'm going to be a little happier. Okay, so we have CodeRushed Hub. Good. Mr. Announcer Bot. Oh, shoot. We've got the one. This one. Let's delete. And call this one just without the number 1 at the end. Okay? All right. So at this point, all right, so let me make all the changes. You guys direct me, and I'll hit all the coins. How about if we do that?
Let me see if I understand this. We've got a CodeRushed hub, the one we had from the get-go, as it were, from the start of the episode. We're going to receive a message from our TypeScript JavaScript, which is going to say, add so many coins that we've calculated that our little drones have hit. And that's going to come in there. It's then going to further contact the Mr. Announcer Bot hub and inform it that we need to do the same add coins operation, the effect of which will be to store a certain quantity of coins in a back end of some description, and then inform the console app by way of its own SignalR connection that has happened. Is that right? Or are we doing the serialization within the console app? I'm not sure where that's going to happen.
I would expect that we are going to, when someone picks up a few coins here in this JavaScript app, call the web server, that hub, and say, call the CodeRushed hub and say, hey, Mark picked up 3 coins. And then that is going to then call the Mr. Announcer Bot hub, which is going to send a message to its clients the same way that we send the chat messages from Twitch down to it. But this time we're sending to a console application instead of the JavaScript. And we're going to say, hey, Mark picked up 3 coins.
So the thing I haven't maybe cottoned onto, because I wasn't here for the full version of this last time you guys were doing it, was that the add coins in the CodeRushed hub is effectively receiving a message. Okay. Whereas we're going to then call the Mr. Announcer Bot hub's add coins, and that will send a message.
Yep, that's the idea.
Okay. So what is it that dictates which way round that works? Because that seems like an inversion. The two things sending in 2 different directions, but with no apparent change in code.
Well, the reason can I jump in here and try and explain this? Because I think I'm barely wrapping my head around it, and so I want to give it a try, and then you can come in and help and correct me. But my understanding of this, Rory, is that we need, in order to do the same thing with the Mr. Announcer Bot, we need some sort of website essentially hosted by it. Something so that it can be the hub. But if we want Mr. Announcer Bot, which is the console app, to listen in to another hub, we can do that without any structural changes. So what we're going to do is we're putting a secondary hub in here, the Mr. Announcer Bot hub here, that's inside of our overlay manager, which does have a web project, which does have is an ability to host it. And we're going to listen to it from here. And that's how we're going to find out when changes occur. That's my understanding. Am I close on that, Brendan?
Yep. That sounds right. Mr. Announcer Bot is basically connecting in to the website the same way the JavaScript does, and it's just listening for events to happen. The same way that the JavaScript
I'm going to listen to this hub, and therefore anything that gets called on it is listened to by you and received. That's good.
Yep. The only weird part we're doing is just the added method to the CodeRushed hub. So when you think about these hubs, they're not one, because of the idea that it is 2-way communication. That's what makes it so cool, right? Because we can already do the poll a web server in order to ask for information. The trick is, and you can also call an API. The hub just encapsulates the communication between a client and server. That's all it is. It's just a transport mechanism. So it happens in this case that because there is a client both for JavaScript and C#, we can get away with using SignalR for both of those, and then we don't end up with 2 different forms of communication going on. Nice. So, yep, it's just persistent communication, so it works great. Where's Mark?
Right.
Which code is he in?
I'm in Mr. Announcer Bot hub.cs. So I got in this add coins call, and we have not instantiated this, but there could be that this is automatically instantiated because it's introspecting the classes, or we might need to add some code on that. I just wanted to ask you about that, Brendan. How do I get my Mr. AnnouncerBot hub essentially up and working?
Okay, so there's two things that we need to do to make this happen. Essentially, and I'm just going to look over here at, actually I just realized I have the Skype window I can look at, so I will do that. So essentially what we want to do is we need this to get created in our CodeRushed hub. So let's go to our CodeRushed hub. Let's complete that one first, and then this is just going to get connected to the same way that we already did our previous one. So switch over to the CodeRushed hub, and
then over
in this one, add a constructor, yes, that is going to take in one of these, which actually you could just new one of these up if you really want to, but I would recommend you accept one.
Hold on 1 second. What am I doing in my constructor?
Just accept a Mr. AnnouncerBot hub. So you want a parameter that's a Mr. AnnouncerBot hub.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, Rory, just more information for the devs. Include this.
Sure.
In. So I've noticed this popping up, the declare menu popping up. My hotkey for that is Alt Insert, but I wasn't hitting the hotkey, but it was popping up. And so Alt Insert is somehow like coming across, I think, on live share. I'm wondering if live share is sending any keystrokes across to me, but this is along the lines of things we were noticing before.
Should only be sending text changes.
Yeah, that's I don't understand, but I'm seeing behavior and changes as if keystrokes were coming across.
There's definitely something else coming across, because when you would run the product up, presumably with F5 or with run, it would also run on our machines as well. So there was some kind of behavioral stuff.
It does send, it sends debugging stuff through to us.
All right. So what is it I need to pass in my constructor? What's the type?
So go take a look at your index model CS_HTML, and then essentially what we did there for your CodeRushed hub is the same thing we need to put in the CodeRushed hub, except we need to use the Mr. AnnouncerBot hub instead.
Like this is what you're saying? This kind of a thing in terms of the constructor?
Yep, that's the code we want to take, and we want to put that in the other constructor. So I should be anchored to you. I'm hoping I switch when you do. No, I didn't. It keeps telling me that that's not a shared file.
Oh, yeah, it's doing that thing again. Mark the time again on this, Rory, that it's doing that thing. All right, so this is going to be, but the Mr. AnnouncerBot hub, right, is coming in here on this. Is that right? CodeRushed.
That sounds about good, yeah.
CodeRushed hub, and
so the CodeRushed hub takes a Mr. AnnouncerBot hub by way of a context, and then stores it in a field locally for use thereafter.
Yep, that's the idea. And in order to make sure it can do that, let me see if it will let me make this change or not. I want to... it actually might just automatically do it. Whoa, why did that change to Properties, Resources, Mr. AnnouncerBot?
Same thing, yeah, that's the same change that we saw before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's doing something weird.
Can we... I think what we should do...
Control Z that.
All right. Yeah,
there we go.
Hold on 1 second. I want to see if there's a feature that does this. I think it's a feature that was maybe being used. Is that possible? No, no, no. These are not going to replace it with the...
Extract string to resource?
Is that what's been used?
Similar, but
Let's see what happens.
Well...
That's what it was doing. Look at that. It was executing that. So again, yeah, lots of stuff is, yeah, definitely this is a great video for the dev team to watch with regards to live share. Yeah, live share was asking us too if there were any issues with regards to the combo. And in our first pass, we weren't able to really find anything. Everything was working. But and the other thing though is it's like, you know, Mr. Suspicious over here is I'm like thinking, oh, it's probably something Brendan's got over in his machine. That's, you know,
except
coming
I
over
switched
here.
to VS Code.
I hate you, Brendan. I hate you because now all responsibility and fault lies on my shoulders. Oh,
sorry, Mark.
All right.
Like when Visual Studio crashed on me, I was like, I'll just open in VS Code to just eliminate the possibility that it's, anything running on my computer. It's like, no, still doing it.
But
so
here's
all you got to do is just blame Rory. He's probably just going around clicking on stuff the whole time. He's copying and pasting that stuff in, Mark. It's Rory.
Maybe. Let's do this, though.
Oh, these guys, they're so dumb.
Let's do this. Since I want to keep everything under control. How about you guys don't just use it to view and don't make any changes? Can we do that?
Yeah, and I'm trying not to have any window open that's not the file you're in.
Okay. All right. So tell me what to do next. Let's try and get back on track.
Okay. So if we jump back over, I think we should be able to try running this, and we're hoping that no error happens. The error that would happen would be it telling us that it doesn't know how to dependency inject a... oh, actually, I just noticed there's a problem here. Yeah, okay, you got it. That's the wrong
this
type.
This needs to be this type, right?
Yep,
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, good.
There you go.
All right, so now we're thinking we can run, and we're looking for what errors?
We want to make sure that there's no error in the constructor of the CodeRushed hub. We want to make sure that it finds the correct Mr. AnnouncerBot hub and automatically connects that for us. It should do that.
So I should be able to set a breakpoint here. Do we feel that's true? So we can hit that?
If we hit that, then everything should have already worked well.
I'm gonna say that as our test.
Good.
All right, so I'm gonna hit run.
If it fails, it will fail before that point. Oh, we must have left something somewhere.
Oh dear. That's a CodeRushed hub in a Mr. AnnouncerBot hub file.
Hold on. Look at this. Look at this.
No, sorry, in the iOverlay.
Look at this. It's iOverlayCommands.cs. It looks like this also created its own file as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
hold on. Let me just delete this out here. Holy shit.
Hang on. Make sure we're not anchored to him here, Rory. Don't follow Mark and close.
I'm doing nothing. I'm considering closing Studio altogether.
Yeah, I have deleted
that's
this.
A good idea. We'll reconnect.
I've
Rory,
deleted.
Let's close down your Visual Studio. We'll reconnect.
I'm going to close and not save anything.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't ask me if I wanted to save anything, Rory. Are you taking responsibility for this error then?
I've touched nothing other than maybe navigating to some files, which is kind of interesting. And as I'm watching, they're all becoming unsaved, altered files.
Yeah, I'm not.
Everything is just kind of evolving in front of me. It's really quite fascinating.
It's a little insane. I feel like I'm skating on ice, on icebergs melting from the polar caps. Okay, so I think I've got this. This I took on the clipboard because I saw it in the other one, but I think I've got the exact same code here. The CodeRushed hub, the chat, the whisper, add coins, it's all there. And then the piece that I just pasted.
2 CodeRushed hubs right in front of you there?
Yeah, I just pasted it in because I'm checking to see this is what was in the other file. I want to make sure I'm not losing anything because holy cow, I've deleted this file right here 5 times. Yeah.
We're gonna check out your recycling bin later. It's just gonna be hundreds of those files. It's gonna be great.
All right. So I say let's get on some solid ground and let's stop playing with Live Server right now, we'll get some work done. So this I think looks good. I think the CodeRushed hub there. We've got a breakpoint here. What's our error list? No errors now, it says. I think that was just it. Okay, let's save everything and run.
What we really want is a little light up yellow there where we just hit the breakpoint and everything's perfect.
Oh, that would be glorious.
The solution to making it work is to stop messing with it, apparently.
All right.
Maybe.
How are we doing? We are building. So right over there to my right, you can see the little build icon there as it goes through. Okay, starting up. Let's see if we get to the breakpoint.
I've always thought that for something that disturbs virtually everything you can do in Studio, the fact that your building is indicated by a rather small icon in the corner.
You think it should be bigger?
Crash.
All right, so this part right here, this error is not a big deal. This just means I've got to shut down. I've got to shut down. Hold on one second. Before I shut down, I want to.
Did they still do the little build icon that they showed, the little graphic? Does it still draw that little thing that looks like a robot? That once you see it, you can never unsee the robot? I don't remember if they do or not.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure
This is new to me.
Hold
on.
Unless it's something, as you say, that I've just been seeing my whole life without actually noticing.
Yeah, you must have never seen it then. Someone pointed that out to me, like, I don't know, in like VS 2008 or something like that, and I have not unseen that robot since. Like, the way that they stacked little dots in their build thing, at like a couple of moments you just see a robot and you're like, that's weird. It's like a little robot face.
And you can't unsee it. It's just always there from that point forward.
I am now fascinated. I will be looking for this.
You now need to watch for that. I don't remember if it's still in VS like 2017 or anything.
That's okay. I've got about 5 copies of Studio for different versions in front of me, one way or another.
This is the problem with us .NET devs. We have like every version of Visual Studio installed because we're like,
cool story, bro.
Old project. Yeah, well, no, there's always like some old thing that some company has somewhere, and you're like,
yeah,
it really does need the old version of Visual Studio to work.
All right. So let's see. We are at the breakpoint. I think that's good news.
Ooh, excellent.
We got a hub coming in. Anything you want me to do, Brendan?
So we have that running. We have the hub. So cool. In that case, we want to put something in add coins so that we know that it happens, and let's start calling that one. So this means that all of our dependency injection is wired up, and we now just need to call add coins from the JavaScript. So let's put something in there that we can detect occurred.
I was going to do a breakpoint.
Actually, put in a chat message.
Okay, cool.
Which is going to annoy your chat. Your bot is a mod in your. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. that way, if it suddenly spams in, like Mark picked up a coin 10 times, at least it's not going to get like insta banned from your channel.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. $sign at the beginning so you can string interpolate that.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Cool. Sounds good. Oh yeah, you see your string format things. Crazy guy in his.
Okay, we can convert. It's fine.
But yeah, no, I got to go back out. I got to do this one too. Introduce format item, right like there. And then these are going to just become the variable names like that. And then I can come in and say, okay, convert to string interpolation. There we go. Phew. Okay. Got it. Yeah, you can see I will go to great lengths to not type the shift key. Right? Shift key for there, shift key avoided there, shift key. Yeah. All right. Okay. So there we go. We've got that Twitch chat message going out. The user ID is just going to be a number, but it's going to be nutty. So let's go over into main. I think we can just run this and then go to main and make some changes and refresh. So I've got my collect coins somewhere. Coin.
There we go. Little comment line 31.
Okay. Yep, right there. And so now what we want to do is send that out. So how do we hook up to it over here? Because we don't have. Oh wait, we do have it.
You're already connected to your hub. So
hold on, let me find the. I guess it's just look for hub.
Yeah, wherever the hub is, there it is.
Okay.
Okay, so
it's connection.
That is your hub connection.
Here's what we're talking about right here. Connection.invoke. That's what we needed to call. So we need to come back over here and we need to say connection.invoke. And I think it's add coins. and it's going to be the drone.userid.
Yeah, see, if you've already got these values, then you're good.
And coins found.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that. And so I think that's it. So now, if we...
Just be prepared to turn this off when your bot starts spamming the chat with coins that you pick up.
Right. Well, we can shut things down. But we're... All right, so here we go. We are reloading. I'm going to let the regular overlay load up. And... it's taking longer than it normally does. Here we go. It's coming in. Let's, all right, so let's bring the drone out. And hold on. What is going on?
Okay. So I got a message.
Cool. We got a message, yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm in the wrong place because I typed it in. All right, hold on. I'm in the right place now. You got messages? There you are.
Yeah,
okay.
There they are. And we know your user ID, which we were able to look up anyway.
There you go. All right, excellent. So we've got some coins. Love it. So that works.
Good job, Will.
Will is doing a great job. Now, what's really cool is... so it's interesting.
They're coming in a handful of coins at a time. So let's change our code now. So let's go do the other end of things.
Okay. So the other end, I think we're going to have to shut down. So we can make some changes to the C# code. We need to go into the Mr. Announcer Bot project now, right? The console.
Yeah, so we want to go over there and we want to add SignalR to it.
Okay. So here we are here. Am I going into my NuGet package manager to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. That'll work. And then let's search for SignalR, but in the browse section instead of the installed section. Yeah.
Is it this one?
We want the
no,
we want the client. So the second one, yeah.
Sorry for the console.
Yep, because the console application is a client, the other one's a server. And this should require a lot fewer web dependencies. I think if we grabbed the other one, we'd probably pull in like all of ASP.NET Core.
Wow.
Okay. What should I do next? It looks like that is complete.
I think it came in, yeah. And when we build, it should automatically wire it in there.
Okay.
Or you have include pre-release. That's why we grabbed pre-release stuff. Cool. Probably won't be a big deal.
Really cutting edge.
I know, right?
So sharp that we can cut ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we've set that up. So what we need to do is we need to connect to that hub. So at some point in your code, we need to make some kind of a class that is going to have the Microsoft ASP.NET Core SignalR.client using statement. So go ahead and toss one of those in up at the top, or you could just type it here and then extract it at the top, whatever you prefer.
Using what is it?
Like, I think it's Microsoft.asp.NET Core.
We got SignalR. How about that?
Wait, did I have you install the wrong one? Or no, you're full ASP.NET, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this isn't your console application. It's full.NET, isn't it?
Yes, I think that's correct.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you were in Core. That's my mistake. No, this is the one we need then. Okay.
I think.
Well, that's weird.
I think. How do we tell if it is fully? It's in the project properties,
click
right?
On the project and go to properties. Yeah, it should tell us.
.NET Core
2.1.
2.1.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We got you switched then. Cool. In that case, let me confirm which NuGet package did we install? Did we grab the wrong one? I swear it should be ASP.NET Core.
This is what we have. Not Core.
That's the .NET client. Whoops. Okay, uninstall that one real fast. We meant to grab the core one. So let's look for SignalR core should be in that list. Let me just Google real fast.
That's 4.0.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a different one.
Hang on. I will. Well, here, I'll post it in your chat.
What about this, right? Well, I don't see a client yet. But ASP.NET Core, SignalR Core.
Should be the one that I just posted into your Twitch chat.
Miller!
That's what it should be called.
Oh, SignalR client. Okay, I've got the wrong thing I'm searching for.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is. It's not super popular. Like the 99% use case is I have my C# website and my JavaScript client.
Which one of these two am I taking? I'm taking the first one, not the
first one. Yeah.
Right there. Okay. Preview version, okay?
Probably. Let's uncheck the pre-release thing and install the other one.
Latest stable?
Latest stable, yeah. Let's go with that.
If I switch to this, is it going to automatically uninstall the other, do you think?
I have no idea. Maybe. We'll see.
I installed one, and then I just switched the other.
So we have two packages there, and they're both labeled client, and one's client core, but they're both core.
So core has different meaning here. So .NET Core is a framework level technology. In the context of the client.core, that just means it's the interfaces and the abstractions. It's not the actual running pieces. So if you were doing a library that was going to depend on having the SignalR client, but it wasn't actually going to use a SignalR client itself, you'd include core only. And that's the difference. Yep.
Fair enough.
So someone asked in my chat why they went from like 1.1 to like 3 something, and yes, that is confusing. That actually is just that they're trying to get the numbers synced back up. So they put out SignalR Core got packaged into ASP.NET Core like 2.1, I think, is where they started including it. And the problem is ASP.NET Core SignalR had version number that came out at 1, and I think they're trying to sync it up. So when we switch to .NET Core 3, SignalR 3 is going to be the number. And so they're trying to avoid confusion going forward, but it means right at this moment it's weird.
Another way of looking at it is you've seen .NET before, right?
Yeah, I know, right? This is a fix, though. Right, Rory? Like,
sure. Yeah.
It's a painful fix, but they're getting it right.
We suffer now for a bright future.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. I installed that, but it's not showing up as installed. So I'm going to go back and
let's just include it. So just go to Mr. AnnouncerBot, right-click, and go to Edit. So just right-click on the project and just edit the CS.proj file. Yeah. ASP.NET. The nice thing about .NET Core is you can hand edit these things, and it's really not that bad.
Okay.
So right down there in our item group, there's packages.
Yeah.
Let's just try duplicating one of those lines and put this one in. So paste that in, and then what was the version number we were trying to get?
1.1.0?
Yeah, 1.1.0. Yep.
Like that. And then a 1.1.0?
Correct. Yep.
That's all I have to do?
I went to the NuGet site just to confirm. Yeah, and then we should be able to build this again, I think, as long as it didn't try to include anything else for us. Yeah, it says it's installed.
Nice. Okay.
I think it was complaining because it's really trying to give you the pre-release because you've got that checkbox ticked.
Right
it's
here.
Like Mark wants pre-release stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so
Does it build?
Let's do it. Build the solution. So you're telling me if I look right down here, let me move this off to the side.
Nope, they changed it. Yeah, they put an arrow over it. That's weird.
Okay, so
that arrow's new. It used to just be building up, and at one of the states, so like if you freeze framed like one of those moments, there was a robot looking at you that it would build in that little box. But they've apparently changed that animation.
Robot overlords.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want us to know that the robot overlords are really taking over.
They were being a little bit overt about that, and yeah.
Yeah. They're like, uh-oh, some people noticed. We better back this out. Yeah.
Okay, package restore failed. What's this? Rolling back package changes.
Package restore failed. What? Which thing is it failing about? Download package. Extensions configuration from 2.2 to 2.1. So maybe that's why it didn't want to include it. Check in your source tree. Did we change anything else other than that one line?
Just a second. Let's see what we've got over here. These are the only changes right there.
Okay, so the SignalR client 1.1.
So is it the SignalR client depends on some earlier versions of things that we've declared later versions of there?
Well, okay. Well, I guess let's try putting in the pre-release version, see if that ends up being okay.
Okay.
It's mildly risky to toss pre-release version in here, but hey.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I want to see decline. Let's do
update.
Looks like just update is all I need to do.
Yeah, that's the only release after that one is jumping all the way to this. The other option that we've got is downgrading one of the other packages, which we might be able to get away with because we probably don't really need whatever version that other one is on, just so that they line up.
Okay.
DLL versioning.
I've started a new build. You can see it over here to my right.
Yep.
See, now I can never unsee the not a robot.
I know, right? Yeah. I'll have to figure out which version that's in, see if I can... Do I actually still have old version of Visual Studio installed?
SNB saying out on your chat, Brendan, that the robot overlords are just men in robot suits.
Exactly. Clearly, that's all they are.
Looking for the zippers behind the neck and the back.
That's very daft of him.
All right.
They just want you to think that. In fact, they're hidden in men's suits inside the robot suits.
Yes, it's a robot in a man's suit. Exactly, yeah. Clearly.
Reference the package directly from the project to select a different version. So it shows that we were on 2.2 and somehow we went to 2.1.1. I think, is that what it means? Package downgrade?
So something needs to switch to 2.1.1, I think, in order for this to work, would be my guess. Let's take a look at what versions we have installed of things. So, yeah, we can do that either.
So we've got,
it wants us to update the other stuff. Okay, got it. So let's go back in and update. Let's update our other packages. So go back to manage packages that you were just in. And, get rid of the filter. And then let's see, can we just update all of those? Yeah, let's update the other ones.
Is there an update all?
Well, that one I don't.
Yeah, I'm looking for.
I wasn't worried about the CSV helper, but the other ones, yeah.
Dude, it went from 8.0 to 12. Version 12. That's 4 versions. Of course, I'm updating that one.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm not walking away from that.
Thank you, Rory. Yeah,
all right.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right, we're doing pre-release across the board.
Why are we not running Studio 2019? That's what I want to know.
Oh. Because we're not crazy.
All right, so
not that crazy.
Yeah.
That
emphasis
update.
On that.
Well, anyway, we should be over here playing with this space right here. These are the ones we should be doing. Enough silliness, folks. Okay, can you guys stop being silly over there? Trying to run a professional show here. All right, there we go. Update that one.
Oh, is there like a show other than CodeRushed going on here, Mark?
We've just gone to 3 instead of 2.
This is my dream professional show, Brendan.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is the one.
Mark is dreaming. Got it.
There are none after this. All right, what do we got? So extensions, I clicked on update on this. Why hasn't it updated it? What's happening?
Maybe it was still doing the last one.
Why would it give me the ability to do this one?
I don't know.
It queue it or something.
Because reasons.
I've never worked on the NuGet tooling before.
All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Okay, lots of 3.0 where we only apparently wanted 2, but that's good.
Wait, now it says installed. Oh, you know what I think is going on? This update is available no matter what. If I've got preview, a later version, I can update to an older version, apparently.
Well,
I think that's what's been
fun.
going on. All right.
That's because down date sounds like a dumb word.
That one looks good. This one, TwitchLib. Should probably take that or no?
I wouldn't do that one yet.
Yeah.
Although we do want to update that soon. I'm noticing your version number. You want to update that very soon.
Okay.
But just not today.
All right, fine.
Because there are massive breaking changes in TwitchLib from those version numbers that you're doing, and I do not want to deal with those.
Okay. So this is, I thought I had update on this, but it hasn't.
Let's not. Oh, dang it.
I want to do it. That's 4 versions. Can you imagine the power I have in opening up CVS files? CSV files, I mean. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Is this still my configuration? I think we fixed this. Installed as 3.0, 3.0, 3.0. I think we're fixed. Okay, I'm going to rebuild and see if all those errors go away.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, the TwitchLib, they reworked how all the connections, all the commands, everything like that happened. So I was talking with the devs that build that library before I did my switch. And I was telling them, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait because you guys changed. Like I tried it one time and I was like, yep, nope, it's gonna be a big change. So I am on that version that it's telling you to go to.
Okay,
but
the error we have now, I'll interrupt you for a second. Sorry, Brendan. Could not copy, but I think that's because we've got it running. I'm going to just close that. Yeah. And I think I have actually a few more of these running from all the times we've started up. And I've just killed them all. And now let's try. Do you want me to hit start or just build?
Just build it for now. Let's make sure it builds it all. Once those errors, so that error should just be it built fine. I just couldn't copy the files. I get that one on my stream basically every single time I do anything, because I'm often building the app that I'm running also.
Yeah, it's my favorite way to work.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really annoying when you're like, I was building the thing. You stop the thing and just rebuild it, please.
Yeah. All right, progress bar is right here. If you're watching my stream, it's to my right.
Yeah, I see it going. It's right down here. I pulled the curtain off the illusion over on my stream and just showed the Skype screen share.
Ah, excellent.
And because we gave up on that live share stuff. We should talk to the live share team.
Yeah, we should.
Man, something was going crazy.
We should. So I'll get them in on this and let them see what's going on. But yeah, it's definitely there. It feels to me like it's a CodeRushed related thing because I often see CodeRushed features invoked on my side that I'm not invoking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, how is this happening? There must be something there. So I think the problem is actually on our side, and we need to somehow identify.
Until you work with them, it's hard to figure out what they're doing that's causing it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, in the tooling that I've got in my Visual Studio, I run into the same problem in that, like, sometimes I'll have someone on, and if my tooling does something weird, and I know it is because they're seeing, like, the template code from it instead of my source code. So VS Live Share has sent them the wrong thing. So it would be like working on my end, and the guest is seeing something totally wrong, and it's like, yep. So it's just one of those, if you build tooling in Visual Studio, you have to work with the live share team right now. Well, maybe they have to work with you, make this work. No errors. Rebuild all succeeded. Oh yeah, there we go.
Success.
A lot of people I know think that I just zoomed in on that part of the screen, but that's actually not what happened.
Okay, so we have this going.
No, I just want to explain that it's not really a zoom in; it's a shrink down of me and everybody else in the room. I could have used a zoom in application, a tool, but instead I've just shrunk myself down. Instead, I've actually worked on that technology. Anyway, I wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, Brendan. Where are we going next?
So we now have this set up, so we should be able to go use the using statements. So wherever it was that we were writing some C# code in your console application, we should be able to, let's close those. We should be able to reference, go back up. Were you wanting to add a using statement?
Okay, it was Microsoft.
It should be ASP.NET Core this time. There we go.
Core.
That's the one.
SignalR.
Client.
Okay, good.
And I think that's the namespace we need. And now somewhere below, in theory, we should now be able to use the SignalR client. Which, if you start with SignalR, it should be able to find it. Client dot maybe, something like that. Sig client dot.
Not getting me what I'm expecting. Let's see what's going on here. Let me just grab it straight from here and see what I can find. I'm going to come down here and say, what's in that namespace?
We should have a hub connection builder. Yeah, there we go. Hub connection builder, that's the one we want.
Okay, so hub connection builder, and then what are we doing? Are we creating a new instance of this?
We want a new hub connection builder.
Okay.
And then we want to, it's going to be .with, because we want to specify what we want in it.
Right here?
You don't even need to save it. Yeah, we're just going to say with URL.
Okay, hold on a second. So we're doing this instead.
Yep, exactly. So essentially, the builder will just make us a hub connection, and we're going to say, hey, make one using this URL, and then that's going to be the localhost whatever, and then Mr. AnnouncerBot hub in your other page. So wherever your overlay site is running that. Which you can check the startup file. Go to the startup CS file, and that's your /Mr. AnnouncerBot hub, and then the other part is going to be localhost and the name. So you want that part there. That's the end of it.
Okay.
And then the starting part is going to be localhost and a port number, which we can also find from the web project. And to get that, you're going to want to go into... can I see the web project again?
Yeah.
I forget which thing it is.
Do you wanna just
hang on?
Properties of that.
Properties. Yep, exactly.
I think it's a web settings.
Launch settings. There it is.
Oh yeah. Better.
And
44303 or 3.
I forget which one you're running. I don't know which one you're running. I would guess the top one, but it could be the bottom one.
Let's play with that.
And congratulations, everyone over on my stream. This is a double cat stream, because we've now had the cat on stream twice.
All right, so we think we're good there, and then what do we do?
Then just say .build. Yep, and then save that in a variable, and that should get you your hub connection.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
That's got to be a field variable?
Sure, it can be for now. Then there's a couple of things that we want to do with that. We want to make sure that we handle its its closed event, I think is what it is. Closed, disconnected. It's something like that for like when it wraps up. There we go.
Okay. And then we probably also want a, message, some kind of message received or something?
We want to, should be an on or something like that, right? Is it not an on?
There's an on.
There it is. Cool. And then it'll be on and then method name that we expect, which I think we called add coins.
So I'm going to say add coins like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then we need to have a handler here that takes in the correct set of parameters, which I believe is a string and a number.
Yeah.
I think is what you took.
It totally is.
Yep. So a method that takes in a string and a number as parameters.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. Okay, so the other thing, so on the closed one,
hold on,
just do a thing that,
I just got one error here. Is it because I need to do something here in the, what's my error here? I'm trying to figure out what.
I think your add coins needs to either return a generic or so they can get picked up, or you need to start, well,
I have two options for on.
There.
I have a generic.
You can derive it from what add coins' type is.
Oh yeah. You need to say string comma int in your on, right? Because they didn't just build it with being able to take any parameter set. There you go. Boom.
Got it. Oh, okay, cool. All right, excellent. Now we're here. I can at the very least here do like a console log or something along those lines here, I think.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Console write line, I think, is what we're doing here.
Yeah, actually, you even have, well, you've got your bot, so you could have it post to chat and say, like from client and do the same message your other one did. Because Mr. Announcer Bot's in the chat, right?
Hold on, I was concentrating on typing in shift keys. What did you say to me?
Yes, shift keys. They really take your brain.
They do. They're horrible. All right, go ahead. Keep going. What's your... Got.
So anyway, what I was going to say is, isn't Mr. Announcer Bot in your chat room?
Yes.
So he could post into the chat instead of just writing a line to the console.
Well, I kind of want to write it to
everybody else that he got it.
Well, I'll bring the console on screen so everybody can see it. So I just want to do that. So I'm going to do that. I'll just do this. So we should be good.
So when Mark said he was concentrating on the shift key, he actually wrote a small batch application that just says, Mark got coins.
Nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna run now. Are we ready to go? Do we think we actually did this?
Yeah, I think that'll probably work.
Yeah. Better than average chance, I reckon.
Yeah, hopefully the connection doesn't close because we're gonna throw an exception right now, but that's cool.
Oh,
it'll be quite funny when it does that.
We might have that problem where we have to shut. I'm gonna shut everything down. Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's do that. Closing down. Going to close down.
Yes. So there was a question over in my chat, and that's just how events get wired up in .NET. So the eventing structure is just with a plus equals on that. It is kind of weird. You just kind of have to know in .NET that a plus equals on an event just adds a handler to that collection.
Essentially, it's shorthand for equals itself plus this new thing I'm handing you. And because it is a list, you are adding more and more listener or handlers.
The weird thing is, though, Rory, is that's not if there was nothing there, it was null to begin with.
Yeah.
And that's the real mind boggler. And that's why events are weird in C#. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think they have
entirely.
Do you think this is implemented with an operator override where it's basically the plus? Go ahead.
Yeah, so people in my chat were actually asking. It is just syntactic sugar. You can actually add to the collection directly.
Yeah.
So people are correct. It's just funny because that's the way we do it. All of us do it this way. And it's much nicer. We're all used to it. So if I saw you doing it any other way, I would just be baffled why you didn't just do this.
All right. So I have got this up and running now. Let's check to make sure our local host is the right number. Our local host appears to be the correct number, 44303. That's what I think we used right here.
Okay.
44303. So we're good there. Rory's up right now. Go collect a coin, Rory, and see what we got. Nothing is showing up for me now in here. I've seen no changes here, though. Should I set a breakpoint here just to verify that? Oh, look at this.
We didn't call it. We forgot. Mark, we forgot to call it.
Hold on.
We didn't call it. Stop it. We didn't call it. We added the connection here and we never called it.
Okay, so we think we're missing that. The other thing I'm noticing is I can't set breakpoints here because I'm starting without debugging on this particular piece.
Yeah, so, well, we won't worry about that. We think it'll write in the console.
Okay, so I'm going to close that down right there.
Go to Mr. Announcer Bot hub, the CodeRushed hub, whichever hub. Let's go to the hubs. I think they're in the same file now, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Or did we get them separate?
CodeRushed
we got them separated. Good.
Is here, and then Mr. Announcer Bot hub
is here. See that
to-do
call Mr. Announcer Bot hub over in, so we need to actually do those.
Oh, right.
So in add coins, we need to call that, and then over in Mr. Announcer Bot, we need to tell the clients about it.
Okay, so we're killing that. And now how do we call it from here? How do we do that?
You have it say this .hub.
Oh, because
didn't we add it here?
We added it right here.
Mr. Announcer Bot Hub. Yeah, and we should probably call that Mr. Announcer Bot Hub in our variables so that we don't get confused by that.
Good idea.
That big fat caps lock key you've got there, the one you just used, use it for the sole purpose that anybody anywhere uses it for, which is to turn caps lock off.
Off, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, so now what am I doing here?
Clients.all.send or execute command, sorry. Derp. And then we have to do it this way because we didn't wire up the special thing for it, which is kind of on me because I could have told you to do it, but you can just do it this way.
User ID. Oh, this is different though. This is execute command.
All right, hang on.
This is
yeah, so
coming down to us.
Bot. Yeah, go to your Mr. Announcer Bot. So we don't want to be an iOverlay commands. We want to be something else. We want to be an iAnnouncer Bot commands or something. I don't. Name doesn't really matter. It's whatever we want this to be, and then make an interface for that the same way that we did for the other one. And this is going to define what everybody else can call on this. So literally, we just do this for the convenience of not having to do strings, because this is the way that hubs were written in SignalR. So yeah, so your previous one had execute command. We don't want execute command. We want, it's
probably going to return a task, I bet.
Sure, if you like.
And it's going to be called, I think, add coins, isn't it?
Or sure, yeah.
All right.
Yep, add coins is great. And then string username and int amount, or user ID and then int amount, whatever it is.
All right.
Great. Okay, so now let's go back to the CodeRushed hub, not the Mr. Announcer Bot hub, because we need to adjust its constructor, I believe, because it's not supposed to take in an iOverlay commands, it's supposed to take in an iAnnouncer Bot commands.
I need to change these two here, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And now on line 26, instead of execute command, we can say add coins. That's why it wasn't there. And since I had you write it as the iHub context structure, that's actually what made it give you the interface on these clients. Because otherwise, when I was originally speaking, I said to type send, because that's what you'd do if you hadn't used an interface. You would do send and just put in a string literal for the method name you wanted to call.
Yeah.
That's fragile.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to do it this way with an interface in place so the names match.
Now do we think we have everything? No?
Because now we need to go to the Mr. Announcer Bot hub. Make sure that looks good. So actually it doesn't even need add coins. Remove line 9, 10, and 12. Get rid of that. We don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that.
All right.
Mr. Announcer Bot Hub is awesome, isn't it?
I am a hub. I send messages like this interface.
Yes. I love that. It's like you don't even need anything in there. You're like, nope, no code.
You can see me lingering, hanging on to it with comments, delimiters. We
don't need it. Yeah.
And now run?
We're good. I think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
Give it a try.
I'm so excited.
Should work. And that's the neat thing is because we did that interface, we don't actually have to write any code for our hub. Our hub is just like auto wired up.
Rory, can you take a look at our chat room, make sure I didn't miss anything? I was out for a couple of minutes while I was writing that code.
I think we have just been previously collecting coins. There's nothing there at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, Will was just commenting that you're droning or something. I don't know. You were droning on at one point.
Okay, great. That could happen. All right, so I'm compiling right now. We can't quite see it. Whoops, what? I just went to click somewhere else. Okay, hold on. That's an okay error message. It's because this is still up and running. And I think that's the last one.
Yeah.
All right, let's try one more time.
So I was petting the cat that hopped in my lap, and my keyboard is now covered in hair. It's pretty bad.
I hear that.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear me, huh?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, Isn't that what that means? I have autism. When people say I hear you, I say it all the time when people are upset, and it seems to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so here comes Rory. Rory is...
Hey, get some coins there, Rory.
Get a coin, Rory.
Come on.
I thought I did. Hang on. Up, down, two. There we
Fly
go.
better, Rory. Fly better.
Nothing is coming across through here. So what?
Oh, we didn't get anything yet. Okay.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not... It could be another problem. But let's... unless you have any other ideas, let's verify. Let's change it so we can set a breakpoint, start up, make sure the initialization is occurring. What?
You know what we forgot to do? The same thing we forgot to do when we first wired up your SignalR stuff in the front end of the JavaScript.
Which is?
We forgot to call start on the connection.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Where do we do that?
Oopsie.
Back in the C# where
Is
we
this
declared
here?
when we did the when we made the hub connection builder, when we did that, we have to the connection it creates, we have to call start on that. All we did was build one. My chat, of course, did the derp command because we derped this.
Right here. This.
We created this yeah. Right after you do the on.
Unbelievable!
All right, we're going to shut it down. Shutting everything down. Hub connection dot start.
Yeah, start async right there.
Anything else? Any cancellation
do we
token?
need to give it a cancellation token? I forget if we need to give it that, or I think it'll go without it. Okay, good, it did.
All right.
I was just waiting for that squiggly to go away. Yeah. So we won't have a way of canceling this when the app, when we kill the app, that'll cancel it. But,
it's okay.
like we can add that, but let's just try and see if it works now, because I think it does.
Let me just
We
do
just
it.
forgot to start it. Yes. Allow it to stop gracefully. Sure, yeah. It's a cancellation token, yep.
All right, let's get that.
Does this even work?
Does this even work? We're going to find out. All right, so we've done that. Have I shut down every instance of... I'm going to just shut down every instance of Chrome. And now I'm going to hit run again. Oh, I feel like we should have, like, you know, tribal drumming.
Drum roll.
Yeah, that's
Big build up.
that's what I want. That's awesome. I want that. Uh-oh, build errors.
Oh, what? Oh, just the we didn't kill
My
it
bad.
last time. Yeah.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
And
Okay.
Rory's on the ball, already trying to fire out. He's like,
Here we go.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times I prematurely droned.
All right, here we go. Coming up. Let's switch my view out here so we've got only
Just gonna
one
keep
thing.
hammering this out.
There's that. Let's bring this up here. This would be cool. Go ahead, drone me.
Right.
Oh, wait, it's
Drone.
loading. It's loading. It's loading. It just finished.
Really? Again?
I'd just like to watch you do that. All right.
Fine.
Look at that.
There we
"Hey,
go.
People are
Look
picking up
at
coins."
that right there. We got the coins being picked up. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Nice. See, there you go. So now on the console application, you can store that in your database or do whatever it is you want to do with it.
You're a genius, Brendan.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's,
He saved
That's
us
pretty good.
again. He saved us again, Rory. Didn't he?
You know what time it is?
We might have been trying without his help.
You know
Wait.
what the funny thing is? I do basically the same thing over in my stuff, and the hilarity being it really is users collecting coins. They're just not flying around on the screen like this. They're playing a rogue game. So it's like walking around on a grid and picking up coins. kinda
Wait,
funny.
you're doing a rogue game?
Yeah.
Tell me about
you know,
this.
rogue? I haven't ever told you about that? Yeah.
No. When you
No,
say
yeah, that's
rogue, do you mean rogue in the sense of like Dungeons and Dragons? And
Rogue as in like the old you know, it used to be ASCII art. So you know what Diablo is based on?
I
like
know
Diablo is a
Diablo, but I
rogue.
did not know that. It's a famous game, right? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah, Rogue is an old game. I will show. I'm crazy enough to put a Google image search out on my stream here, but this is like if you just Google for like roguelike, people on my stream should be able to see it. I don't think I can share it with you that easily.
I just did this.
But yeah, Yeah, you can. Yep. And then if you see the text-based one, that's like a roguelike kind of thing.
The generated dungeon.
Yep, it's just you procedurally generate level kinds of things and move around. Ours doesn't look like that. Ours is a different style of thing. Actually, do I have it running? It's a great question. Do I have mine run? Yes, mine's running. Look, take a look on my stream for a second.
Hold on a second.
You can actually see the game. I couldn't remember if I had this turned on or not, and I apparently do. So the rogue game actually just appears right next to me. It just makes a little grid, and there's a little character on the grid, and he's playing a little zombie game. So
nice.
That little guy, he can actually like move around. So, move right 5, something like that, and you should see him run across the screen and run right past that bat like an idiot because I didn't actually bother looking at where he would be going before I played that. But yeah. So
I love it.
Anyone in the chat can just play the game, and coins will sometimes appear on there, and you can pick those up, and that's the kind of thing that I have to send back. And if the player makes it to a safe location, I return that data back up to my server and let it know, hey, they escaped and they had these items. So that's why my character's holding those 2 swords over there, is because the last time I played, I managed to escape with 2 swords.
Nice.
So,
oh, I love it. What fun.
Yep.
What fun, what fun, what fun. Z-Doctor's asking, what is this, a crossover? Z-Doctor, yeah, today Brendan from Dev Chatter on Twitch, his channel, he's coming over to help us out to get SignalR in, which he did, and we finished doing.
Yeah.
And now it's time, we do this every day on CodeRushed channel to give away.
It's a brand new car!
We give away brand new car every day. Wait, what's this? I'm being told no. Today we're stopping that, and we're giving away instead a copy
Code Rush giveaway.
Copy of CodeRushed. That's what we're going to do. So today's winner. Wait
Fair
for
enough.
it.
I'm sure a copy of CodeRushed is far better, in fact, than a brand new car. Though.
Right. What are you going to do with a brand new car? You're just going to bring the end of the world to us faster.
Yeah.
But with a copy of CodeRushed, you could write code faster to help save the end of the world from happening so soon. Today's winner, we'll watch for it right up here, is
Darth Minos.
Darth Minos.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Brand new copy of CodeRushed.
I'll contact you via the Twitch Whisper and give you instructions for how to get your copy. With that, I want to say thank you so much to Brendan. Invaluable assistance. You totally helped us break through. And I love it because, the SignalR stuff is all totally still new to me. Rory, thank you so much. By the way, Brendan's channel, we don't always overlap. We overlap on Thursdays, but he's out at Dev Chatter, so check him out if you're not already out there listening to him. He's got great stuff and a very valuable, informed guy. And I think that's it. With that, I'll say thanks to everybody. Another great show. We'll see you on
They're awesome.
Tuesday. Yeah, they're awesome, and we'll see you on Tuesday, kids.